It's March 12th, 2010. It's almost spring. About 2 weeks to go. Good time to start evaluating your soil, seeing what you have to work with. As you can see, I have a bunch of clovers, which aren't bad for the soil. They're great winter crops, great for aerating, putting oxygen back in the soil when it's dormant. And I don't have to plant anything, they just kind of show up. And they're pretty easy to de-weed. And one reason I like to take some of them out, try to get as much of it out, is because they clump up a lot. You get all these tons of little seeds. Pretty extensive. Well, it's not very extensive, but you can see there's just tons of them. So, oh, it's not looking too bad. It's been covered all winter with this shredded bark, which is great, holds moisture, protects the soil from wintering damage. So there's still a lot of nutrients under here. I'm just looking at it, looks like it's dried out enough from all the rains. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see. You'll get see, it's nice and there's a lot of drainage. So this is where the herbs will go, because it's perfect because of the drainage. It's perfect for them. The difference is this side retains a little bit more moisture and it has a little less drainage than this side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant a Concord grape in this location. Gets quite a bit of sun. Let's say 6-7 hours sun. And it's pretty direct for most of the day. This side also gets a lot of sun, mostly this corner. That's why I put the rosemary in the back, so it just completely fills in the shady side that doesn't really do much for any other plant. It needs a really hardy plant. Over here, yes, a couple weeds. So basically, you got to start off with the de-weeding. Some people suggest to go ahead and just turn it under, but as you can see, I do have some weeds that you do not want to turn under. So you want to remove these puppies first, and you want to do it carefully, not to distribute any of the seeds, any of the pollen, any seeds that may drop off from removing it. Another plant will grow, another weed will grow, and it could be thousands of seeds in that one pod. So you don't want to lose those. Make sure those get in the trash. Here we have onions. They're just standard brown onion, great for cooking. I planted these in the fall, so early fall, or is it about mid-fall? I can't recall exactly when. But these are supposed to be ready by summer, so they're pretty tiny. Right now at this point, I wait for the sun to shift over and they'll start fattening up right away. These are also great protecting the soil during the winter. Helps retain nutrients and moisture. And same for these. These are garlic, all planted from individual cloves from the store that I just reserved. Always end up buying too much garlic, so hey, when it starts sprouting, I just stick it in the ground. Get a whole new head at no cost, except for the 50 cents you paid for the first head. And these are just anime chilies. This one's doing, it got attacked by aphids last season. A couple bug problems during the winter, but it's a very hardy plant. Very happy with all it's gone through. It's doing pretty well. And it's give him a little help and it'll last another season. And yeah, my Christmas tree. Probably wondering why I still have a Christmas tree and it's March. Okay, well underneath that there's tons of pine needles. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give that a good shake. Remove as much pine needles as I can and use that as an organic amend. It's a great way of amending your soil. It's a good base, and yeah, it's recycling your Christmas tree. So it just sits in the rain, sits out, toss it out. New Year's just sits there and gets rained on and keeps the soil underneath nice and moist, and also protects it from the winter wearing. Same with this Swiss chard, it's great for the soil. It's a great winter crop. It helps retain moisture in the soil. Doesn't let too many of the nutrients get away during the winter cold. And here's the greenhouse tent. As you can see, there's tons of little plants in there. All doing very well. Very well. It's been a bit cold, which is not ideal for this time. I had a couple frost nights, but everything seemed to be pretty unscathed from that, from the cold. The days are getting pretty warm now, and yeah. After you evaluated your soil, your plots, you have a game plan in place. First, deweed, check the soil. Just grab a handful. See if it clumps in your hand, it's too wet. That means it's too early to start doing your turn, or turning the soil. You gotta wait for it to dry out. But this soil seems to be pretty well dried, crumbly, well drainage. So I'll probably go with mostly compost. Probably two bags of compost to 1 bag of amend. Just for this one plot. I always like more dirt than not enough dirt. So this is where we're going to get started. It's May 13th, 2010. Hopefully next few videos you'll see it growing. You'll see a lush garden.